even live. This is going to be a lightning bolt live, meaning that it's not going to take me any time to do this, okay? I have been feeling this impending doom, okay? So I want to talk about it. Well, why do I want to talk about it? Because, we need to come up with some plans now that China is getting involved. Just like I tell you all the time, we just really don't know what's really going on because we get the information that they want us to have. After they've gone through it and picked through it, and they've decided for us how it should be presented and what should be and should not. So, the fact that we're having these issues now, we're going to have some major blackouts. Hey, rivals, how you doing? First one here. Um, it's going to be some like it's this summer coming. Major blackouts. I can't say that it's going to be all of America, but some of the inner cities are going to be affected the most because they're looking at them as like, you don't need this as bad as those people in the suburbs. Then the suburbs will be affected because they're going to be looking at it like this. The wealthy deserves it more than the people in the suburbs. Do you see what I'm saying? With this is spoiled food, not only for your homes, but spoiled food for the grocery stores. So there won't be any fresh foods available. Do you understand? The fresh, crisp lettuce and tomatoes, vegans that you enjoy, they won't be crispy meat eaters. Your meat is going to spoil, okay? This place is going to look like a war torn America if something is not done about this, okay? Mystics, you all have to turn it around, but a lot of mystics are looking forward to it. The outcasts are looking forward to it. The tinfoil hat people are looking forward. I know y'all gonna say, Mama, you all of them peoples. And I don't have a problem with it because we get the information before anybody gets it. You know what I'm saying? We're not quote unquote the normal people because normal only means that you're easily programmed to the manipulation tactics of the elite. You know what I'm saying? The people who are outside of that, us introverts, you understand? We are receptive to receiving information from beyond the veil. So you need to listen to us, but we're like banging on tambourines, drum, telling everybody, hey, look, prepare for it, they're going to be restricting a lot of items. I was looking at this guy's channel and he was talking about how they're going to restrict a lot of imports and exports. So that means for people who are on medications, you're going to have to find another way to manage your health problems. Clothes and shoes, all these Gucci bags, honey, all these Gucci bags and Prada bags and all of these here Gucci shoes and Prada shoes, and these what you call these flashy cars, Bugattis and Aston Martins and Lamborghinis. They're meaningless because there's going to be a gas crisis. Now they played a game with us down south. They went from to $3 a gallon to boom 4, and then they played a trick on us and went up to 450 and gradually brought it back down to 409. So that means be grateful that we didn't continue to climb with these gas prices. So that's the meaning of that. But it's going to be a crisis where you're going to be in long lines waiting to get gasoline, okay? Meaning that you may run out of gas, you understand, trying to get to the pump. Yeah. And you see, so as you fill up your tank, you're going to be spending for a little small car $100 to $200 a gallon. This is a process, so it does not mean all of it is going to happen all this year. It may take a series of years to get to this point, but this is where we're going. Okay, this is going to be our future. So this is a wonderful time to rely on alternative ways to fuel your cars. Now, electric cars, I be telling y'all, hey, get an electric car. But honey, with blackouts, how you gonna power your electric cars? See, cars should be running on some other type of system, like whatever. I don't know. Let's the most. I think the most effective way for transportation at this point now is to learn how to get around on a bike, walking, and bike riding. That's all we have left at this point. Please get out of these apartments. Please get out of these of these situations and stuff like that, the projects, departments, and try to get yourself in a house with at least a half of an acre, at least half, or if not even half, whatever you can get your hands on, because you can utilize any of the soil to grow food and stuff. Learn to hike. I'm talking, but this I'm going to learn how to hike and forage. I told you how to learn what plant life can be eaten and what plant life can't be eaten. There's going to be military surrounding all the rivers and all of the lakes, because we'll find that the most precious resource besides fashion, you understand, and flashy cars, high status cars and stuff. It's going to be water. Water is going to be what the wealth, not gold, not even crystals. You know what I'm saying? Crystals and diamonds. They're not going to have any value, because you could put the man and the woman over here with the fashion and the gold and the crystals and all of the sterling silver or what have you in one place, put them in a house and restrict them from leaving their property. And you put the person over here who's got water on their property and no fashion bags and fashion this and that, and no fashion clothes or what have you, and they'll do just fine. So then the people who are caught up on luxury, you understand, the luxury life, will realize what's important. Then when they're thirsty, they figure and they find out, man, I cannot drink this red bottom. Okay, you're gonna want to take that red bottom and go over next door to the people who got a little small pond, and you're gonna want a well, and you're gonna want to dip that red bottom down there and drink out of that shoe. Is what you're gonna want to do. Okay, so I'm telling you, things are getting ready to shift. So be ready to shift with it, because if you don't, you're going to die. You're going to die, and it's a horrible. Hunger is one of the worst deaths. You know what I'm saying? It just, and if food is well, you can't live no more than what they said, 48 hours to 72 hours without water, because that's all our body is primarily made up of, is water. Understand? um. So, but if you do have water, that's good. But if you don't have food, you can't live very long without food if you're needing the fuel to walk back and forth to get the water to try to farm and grow food or forage in whatever the woods or the forest. So anyway it goes, you're doomed. And like I say, the worst death is hunger. If you got to get up out of here and go, the best way to leave is just to get frozen. Just get frozen to death, but just languishing on without food is an awful death, because it gets to a point when you go so long without food, when food is available, you can't eat it, you still die, because your body, your intestines and your digestive system has dried up, or it loses its ability and its function to take care of to process food. But so I just wanted to just talk to you all about it because it's going down, uh and we are not even aware of it. So right now they're resetting everything. Like all of these debts and stuff, like loans and credit cards and all of this stuff is going to be reset. They're going to have to reset it. So even your money's in the account is when they get ready to wipe out credit, there's nothing to celebrate because they're going to wipe these accounts out too. Because they're trying to prepare for digital currency where they can just give us all, stipends. This is a part of um, dictatorships. So I just wanted to talk to you all about that. And now look, now here's what I wanted to really get into it with you all. My spirits told me that the safest place is in Africa. And a lot of people already knew it. The Exodus was Africa. White people, black people, Asian people, they are some other people. They already knew it. So they planned their exit and their escape to go long time ago. Okay. So we're like Johnny come latelys because if my spirit said it, okay. Some people, their ancestors got so much protection over them, they have actually, just sent them there long ago. A lot of Americans, especially African Americans, have been there already. May have just been going just to see what Africa's is like, and the pandemic locked them up in there, and it is because their ancestors, they don't realize their ancestors took them to safety. Okay, so before the borders close, which I'm going to be here, y'all young, and if y'all want to go ahead and go over there, go ahead and go there. But my ancestors are over here, but they did sell me. And if they decide otherwise, maybe they can convince my children to go. We liquidate our assets and leave. But for right now, I see me being here because my grown children and my grandchildren are here. So the thing is, if you decide you want to be in a safe haven, they keep telling me Tanzania is the safe place. And I don't know why, of all places, is it Tanzania. That's the safety haven right there. So if you all, and now when you go to these places now, they're not going to have the luxuries of what you have here now. So you are going there, so especially for you young people, so that you can go on there, continue your journey and procreate and have your children. Okay, so this is not the first time this has happened. We've always been migrating. That's why in me right now, I am half Nigerian, because whoever came before me, you understand, my ancestors, you understand, they had to have migrated from Africa, or, they may have been victims of the slave trade and they're here. So this exodus occurs every so often, every so many millenniums. Am I using that word right? Millenniums. I get them mixed up with millennial. Like my daughter said, Mom, we're millennials. Okay, dad is of what you call that generation. He's from the baby boomers, but I'm a generation X. Okay, so they do it like that. So, anyways, I have to think. Am I saying this right? So if you want to save yourself, go ahead and make your exit before they shut the borders down, because soon it's going to be a no-fly zone over America. Now, I'm telling you, I can't tell you the exact date, and the exact year and all of that, but I'm just telling you, the spirits have been just really showing me and revealing a lot of things, So I feel like if they really and truly, you understand, want me to leave, then I'm going to leave. Get your passports ready for those who are going to make your exit, go ahead and get your passports. Okay? Press 1 if you think we need to make our exit. Like I was saying, once you go to Tanzania or if any other portion of Africa, but Tanzania is the safety place, you need to, before you go, you need to learn here how to turn off all of the electricity. I don't care how hot it is. I don't care how cold it is. Turn off all of the electricity and go at least 2 hours. And each day increase how many hours. You understand? You can stand it. Summer is coming. So it's one of those times now because it gets hot. Okay? It gets hot. So you can't stand the heat over here. Okay? You better learn how to stand it. Start doing more walking because you're not going to be having all these transportations and stuff available. You need to learn how to walk to the market. This is true. So learn how to live without electricity, cars, and all of these other what I call luxuries. No air conditioning, y'all. Get ready to pump water or collect water in buckets. Set them on top of your heads and keep walking. If you can't do all of that, Tanzania just might not be the place for you. The reset is going to affect a lot of people overseas, especially people who have fled to Africa. But I feel like they'll be fine without the currency because if you're over there and you got you some land and stuff, I be following this family called, I think their last name is Bag, and I watch them and they got a lot of land. They're growing avocados and mangoes and you just name it. You understand? Papaya. And they're learning how they're getting themselves prepared. Their ancestors, okay, is definitely working for them. Now, we'd say a strange land, but it's not a strange land for our ancestors. Like me, I'm half Nigerian returning to Nigeria. I'm going to feel like this is a strange land. This is a strange place. But in my DNA, you understand, there are ancestors from that soil. Now that I don't know about Nigeria because like Nigeria, it ain't feeling right for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not feeling right. For a lot of Americans, you probably would adjust to Ghana a little bit more because more African Americans are going there because it's more Americanized. But you're still falling under the trap of them too, being affected by the reset of these banking accounts and stuff, meaning that your money ain't in there no more. You're going to be affected. And now you are living in this nice apartment or what have you. Now you a beggar on the street. You know what I'm saying? They've put you out. You're a beggar on the street, so you're looking for any kind of rationings from people in Africa to feed you, which I've heard that some of them are very kind and gifting to Americans. You know what I'm saying? Because they see us as ratchet. Not only, you know what I'm saying, we might be sitting over there with no money, but we were victims of the slave trade. So, they don't see us as being whole and pure. You understand? They really don't. They don't. I just sat up there last night and I just really consumed me to know that I'm not whole and pure. And I feel like some type of a way is affected my soul to not be like that. Having all this extra stuff in your bloodline and all this crazy DNA from all of these different places and stuff. It really seems to have an impact on my spirituality. But over there, they're 100% African. Okay. And this is why a lot of their thinking is not, they don't have much to war with. We're warring with ancestors that would not want us to be in a role of being superior. You got these ancestors in your bloodline that It says you're supposed to be subservient and they punish you. You understand? This is why black people are really screwed up here in America. They're being punished by their slave owner um, ancestors. You take a step or two forward and you brought back, and you just wondering how come I cannot get myself in onto my destination, because those white ancestors in your body is doing this to you. And this is why you have some African Americans that decide to go out of the race and procreate with Africans. You know what I'm saying? Now, my thing is, people want to be 100%. Like, white people want to be 100%. They glorify the fact that there is no African blood, and there are some white people who are happy with their bloodlines ties to being of African descent. And then you got some, like I said, that are happy, like, thank goodness I don't have that in me. I ain't pure. Everything seeks purity. I don't care what nobody say. You know? So I guess that's all I wanted to really say. I just wanted to say, like I've been saying, we got to be preparing ourselves for the dark road that is ahead of us. We got to be preparing for that. Um, um, who knows? I may just board a plane. I'd be gone, y'all. Y'all be like, Mama left. I board a plane and go and visit and stuff. And if I see the place and I like it, I'll liquidate and get some land and build me a house on it. Y'all know I can't do that. It would be nice if I could get my children to cooperate. We could do this. We could do this because right now the banks ain't a good place to have your money. It's best to pull your money out the bank. Some people pulling their money out the bank and they just got the paper dollars in their drawer. That's not going to work because when the reset happens, that money is going to be null and void. So people who got money stuffed in vaults in their ceilings and stuff, even the coins, they're going to be worthless. It's going to be the digital, and they're going to do this until all of that is shut down because they are working to feverishly slow down their demise. They're proceeding on with AI and all other type of technologies like nothing has happened, and now they're getting threats. America's getting threats from other countries. You understand? They're not too happy about 13 billion being sunk. Some people said 13 billion, some people got other figures. The exact figure we will never know. We just quote what we done heard about other folks say. No one knows the exact figures of what they really gave to these people in this other country. But it's all to protect these medical facilities and laboratories, because Russia's like, we're not having it. We're just going to blow them all up. Boom! You're gone. And it's so confusing what's really going on because China has a lot of these facilities and India does too. But China is on Russia's side. That's one of their allies. And all we can do is just talk about what we hear because we really are not at the table with the discussion. Okay? Now it said that Russia has all of their communication has been shut down. We don't know. Maybe America shut all of Russia's communication down from us. The internet, the media, what have you. You never know. We're just quoting what we hear. But you really don't supposed to believe anybody else's sources but your own. So if you're not over there, you don't know. You don't know, you don't know, you don't know. We're just talking about it. The day you don't hear the birds sing, you're in trouble. Because the birds will flee first. We need to go wherever the birds are going. I do still hear the birds out there tweeting, so that's a very good sign. Okay, let me get in here in this chat. Okay, how you doing, Rivals and Infinite Choo and Mariah? How you doing? Hey, Brown Sugar. Truth and Shock said folks better go overnight. Okay, y'all. Let's go end this video. Like I said, it was going to be real, real fast. I'm expecting a blessing tonight. Hallelujah. They tapping. Y'all heard the spirits tap? I hear you. I can't never get them to respond. They come in and they tap or what have you. You can't communicate with whatever it is. You don't know. You can't see it, but they just pop like when that's their communication, like popping and tapping and things of that nature and everything. I hear you. Okay, could you? Let me talk to them. Could you please respond? Can you tap back? Tap back. Tap. Let me hear you tapping. See, they don't, I don't even think they, I don't even think they understand English. They taps on my windows, my TV, when they go out and do my biddings or what have you, they come back in response and tap to let me know that they're out there. Or when there's some clients coming or something like that, I already know your case before you call. Before you call, because the spirits done already tapped and gave me the imagery in my sleep. So I'm already at your astroscape early morning. I always do my traveling in the morning time. It was so crazy because I just left to travel and my auntie was next to me. My auntie, not the little witchy auntie, but the auntie that died. I think she was 92 years old. That one right there. She that was a strange woman. Oh, she was strange. That's the auntie that I look exactly like, that I am no kin to blood wise. Nothing. But I look exactly like this lady. And I sound exactly like her. And I don't understand this shit. What the fuck is going on? You know? I look more like her than I do my biological family. But they say when you stay around people long enough, you start looking like them and you start talking like them and you become a part of them or what have you. I don't doubt that. But she was in my dream, and like I said, she was weird. When I talked to her, when she was alive, when I talked to her when she was younger, I never could make any sense out of her. And she was kind of mean, but I liked her better than I did her sister, which was my adopted mother. When I said, because she was more fun, but my is this my blessing coming? Is this my blessing? Is it my blessing coming? Oh, my blessing is here. Oh, my stomach is growling. Oh, y'all wait right here. My blessing is coming. Wait, y'all. Don't y'all go nowhere. He gonna have to see me with my boobs hanging today, honey. No, I can't let him see my boobs hanging. Okay, y'all don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. I'll be back out, y'all. I'll be back. Now I can go ahead on and go to the post office and mail everything off. Whew. Hey! I'm so tired, y'all. So short-winded. Mama short-winded. I had to walk for a half an acre up there because it can't come out because the dogs. Y'all still with me? Ah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, spirits. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is it. Ah. Okay. And okay. And okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Let's see what we got here. What we got. Look at you, look at you, look at you, look at you. Look at you. Give me a minute, y'all. I prefer stuff to be separated. You understand? I prefer separation. Separate everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hold on, cause I want to make sure ain't no hoodoo on it. Okay. Mama got to make sure ain't no hoodoo on it. Yeah, cause we really don't supposed to be touching this stuff. Is this what I'm looking for? Okay. You know, y'all have to be real careful. Like when people send you things, you want to make sure and do this properly. Because I like to let it sit just in case it's cooking for at least 3 days. Don't never take no money hand to hand from nobody. Hang on a minute, y'all. Okay, I got a lot of cleaning up I got to do. Ooh. I got to clean this altar. The altar is a mess. Y'all, I want to talk about a little bit of hoodoo. I said I was going to be gone, but which I got to go because I got some packages. People are waiting. They're listening. They're listening. I'm behind on my packages, y'all. But if you listening, know that all my stuff is one of a kind. You can't find what I do. I make it. Y'all, my doll, she sold. She sold. I didn't even have to do any advertisement. A lady called and said, how much is that doll I want? Madame Bonzala. She has a home now, y'all. Are y'all excited? I'm so excited that she has a home to go to. Money wasn't an issue for this woman. She just bought it just like that right there. I said, well, you know what? I ought to just do dolls full time. Just stop doing anything and just do. Y'all think I would just do dolls like all day and all night long? Okay, so let me get back in the chat. Hey, and okay, I talked to you already, and whoo. Hey Kay, hey all, Jules, how you doing? So, yes, I just got my blessing. Hallelujah. Thor, hallelujah. It's funny how I could just talk about a deity and then next thing you know, it just blows up, and everybody's doing it. No, I'm just teasing. The only reason why I said Thor, is it Thursday? Thursday? Thursday. That's the only reason why I said that. But anyways, everybody's going to be worshiping Thursday. It's hot. Y'all, hang on a minute. It's hot. Mr. Winter, it's going to rain all week. He just brags on stuff like that. Oh, it's supposed to snow. Oh, it's supposed to be real cold. I've never seen nobody brag on that. He know I hate rain. I hate the rain. I like rainy looking days after a lot of sunlight, but just nothing but he tried to do that. That's what he tried to do. You cannot bring my morale down, son, because if I wanted to, if I want the sun to come out, I'm going to make it come out. If I want it to rain, I can definitely make it rain. Mama got the power to make it rain. Y'all already know what I do. If I want rain now, instantly, I run out there and I say the name. But you know what? I don't do that because you can call on these entities, but you can't slow down whatever they do. You call on an entity for wind power because you want to generate wind. Maybe you got a windmill or something like that that powers up the electricity in your house and stuff. But you got to be prepared for tornadoes to come in behind it because you can't slow them down. I call them elementals. When you calling on rain and wind, those are elemental forces that the Nigerians, the Africans put names to. They put names to them. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so don't get offended. Um, People be getting very sensitive. Like I be sensitive about my voodoo. You may be sensitive about your Africa. You understand? So your whatever you got going on over there, I be sensitive too. So handle our hoodoo well. Handle it well. America, we got hoodoo. That's ours. So I don't want nobody mistreat none of it. Oh, I was gonna tell y'all something. Some hoodoo stuff. I was gonna tell y'all something. I forgot all about it. Maybe it is time for me to go to the bank and deposit the check. I don't know. Y'all want to talk about hoodoo real quick? I got a few more minutes. Y'all want to talk about hoodoo? Listen to the birds. K Free says yes. Okay, now there is someone. Boy, we had a good time the other night, didn't it? We had a good time. I was reading the cards. Y'all get ready. I'm going to be reading the cards again tomorrow. Mama got some views on that video. I was live. How many of you all were in that live chat when I did the oracle reads? I'm going to do 3 oracle reads. One of my oracle reads was so good. The woman, she came and she got her a reading. Press 1. No one was in that. Anybody was in the live chat where I was cammed up and I was reading the oracle cards. We must have a whole new group here. My old head said they don't even get notifications no more. They don't even bother to notify. Come on now, YouTube. Now, what I did do, I called on the crossroads and I pulled 1,600 views. YouTube took some of the views away from me, but I pulled it because I called on that crossroads. Yes. Nobody was in there. Wow. One of the ladies said, she said, I don't even watch your channel. She said, but every time I kept trying to, I don't watch, she said, I don't watch things of this nature, but every time I tried to get rid of it, she said, I just kept popping up. It just forced her to watch it. So that's okay. YouTube is, trying to do a little some step by step by step. Thank you for, thinking about me, YouTube. Okay. Cause it did land me, a whole nother case. Thank you, YouTube. YouTube is sweet when it wants. It was a sweet lady did that. I know a sweet lady at YouTube. She had something to do with that. Now I'm just talking. I made that up. I don't want nobody to get fired around now. I just made that up. I ain't gonna say that sweet little lady because they be like, you did. I'm gonna get you. I told you to make sure she don't get her videos distributed out there. We're gonna have to punish you for that. This is your first write-up. Y'all know I'm just making this up. Once again. Hey Lolita, how you doing? Nobody was in the live stream. All Jules was. Yeah, you right. You were in the live stream. You sure were. Y'all, we had some fun. I want you all to make some plans if you have time on Friday. All of the people who will come will be blessed with a steak and baked potato dinner. If you are vegan, you'll be blessed with a zucchini with rice patties or eggplant. Yeah, now see, cause you man, when I went vegan for a minute, man, I ate way more food. Because your body is, like when you eat a meat, it fills you up, but you're not full. It's just a thing that just fills spaces in your stomach. But when you're going vegan or when you're going vegetarian or whatever you want to call it, you tend to eat more varieties of food to seem like to um handle that still that hunger inside of you. So I ate more, you know, and it caused a problem because I also gained more weight because I was not really doing it the right way. So where I was lacking in some things, I tried to make up for the meat with bread. So I was just eating all of this bread, 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 bread. But most vegans don't even mess with the bread when they make sandwiches out of certain other things. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, because I come from a family of just vegetable eaters. I come from that family. My adopted mama would eat meat, and she would rarely let us have any. Now, ain't that weird? She ate all the meat. Now, sometimes she won't eat meat, but she basically was the meat eater, her and my dad. But we were like eating like vegetables. So I've been in that place before. Ooh, mama was so bony. I was standing 5'8", y'all, only wearing 100 pounds. And I never will forget. I was in the sixth grade and hit a guy, the coach. How much? I need to know how much everybody weighs. Then he get to me. How much you weigh? I said one. I was right at 100 pounds in the sixth grade. I was already 5'8" with 100 pounds and everything. He said, "Are you sure?" Trying to make a mockery out of somebody. Um, when I met Mr. Willie, I was 109 pounds. 109 pounds. So when I was out of the house, a grown woman. I was a grown woman, 21, oh my God. I just eating meat was something different to me. Even in college, I was so tiny. They would just buy me food to eat. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still living at home with my mom where we were still eating nothing but vegetables. You know what I'm saying? I felt good. Some people say they feel weak when they don't eat meat, but I was just raised, no meat. Sometimes we would have it. Sometimes, most of the times, we didn't have no meat. We didn't eat all of that stuff. They did. She would cook chicken wings and not chicken wings, but chicken. You know what I'm saying? Back then, chicken wings wasn't so popular like they are now. She would eat chicken. She would eat pork chops and ham and all of that. We would get some of that stuff sometimes on a Sunday, but then after that, they would eat all of the meat, And then on holidays, sometimes we would have like a ham or something like that or whatever. Or she would have chitterlings or something, stinking all over the house and stuff. So, and she would, my mom had an eating disorder. She would gorge off of meat. You understand? I guess that was her way of saying, I don't want them to, and I appreciate it, lady. I don't want them to be like myself. She would fry this liver, and I hate liver. The whole family pack, and she would just eat the whole thing till she would throw up and just get sick. And it was sad. She would eat just gorge off of meat. To this day, I have a problem with liver. Mr. Willie, like, I hate liver. I hate it. It reminds me of when she was sick, throwing up. We had a play that day, and my sister was crying. She thought she was going to die. She thought my mom was going to die. But I knew in my head, no, my mom was a gluttony person, and she loved to eat. But I've gone with just nothing but vegetables. We're talking about a school teacher that would eat meat, and she would eat the kids' meat too. She would eat the children's meat. A lady came to me after my mom died and said, I just need to tell you how the misery your mother put my child through. your mother would eat the meat off of the children's trays. Mama, I know I ain't trying to talk about you, Mama, but thank you for making sure that you made sure we were not gonna be like that because you were like, you were like addicted to. My mom was addicted to food. She really was. So like typically what we would have is like beans, greens, carrots, those things. That's the type of way we ate. But she would have like pork chops on her plate. Mama, and then I ain't gonna lie on us. Sometimes we would have like burgers and stuff like that, but it was like on occasion she would allow us to have it because she said she didn't want us to get the worms and all of that. So we couldn't have candy. I snuck and got it anyway. No candy, no sweets, no now laters, no peppermints, no chewing gum. If you had chewing gum, it had to be Trident. Just no sugar in the house. On occasions, we would. Sweet and low was your stuff. You had to do that. So, I was a tiny little kid, honey, coming up. You can see, I almost see my rib cage, honey. Mama needed some meat to eat. So when I got out the house, man, Mr. Will was taking me to all of these different places to eat. We were just eating cheeseburgers and all of that. And that's when I started, where I got all this weight from. So if y'all deprive your children of meat, they may just grow up if they don't know they don't really understand why you're doing it, because some people may be doing it because it's a lifestyle thing, because they have a reason. You have to explain it to your children what it is, because if they don't have an explanation for it, then they will grow up to binge off of it. Does that make sense? Binge off of meat. You're actually causing the very thing you're trying to prevent. I remember there was another little girl down the street. Her mother was like my mom, just would restrict them from eating meat. And now this girl big as a house. Because when she got out of that, for one thing, she kept calling the cops on this woman, because all she would let them eat is rice patties and string beans and rice patties. What y'all eating like rice patties. She called the cops on them, and they were able to get her out of the home. And she was raised with a grandmother from then. So, honey, y'all better explain to y'all children why y'all got them beaten, because they may just dial 911 on your asses, okay? Because if I could go back, I would have done. We didn't have a 911 back then. I'd be 911. Mama eating pork chops and I can't, okay? Y'all, I'm just being silly here. I'm just being silly. I'm being silly because I'm happy over here, y'all. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah, Lolita. I'm going to do the car read. Don't be surprised if I do it tonight. I am so excited. I might just do it tonight. YouTube, keep the airways open, and on my Mother Wisdom Tree channel, make sure you are distributing all of my videos to people who need it. Do not restrict them from getting what they need. Okay? So a lot of people need that, because I'm going to give a reading for 3 individuals. Not no long drawn out ones. And if you know what you got going on is real personal and stuff like that, I prefer you to, do something else, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to tell people business all over the internet or what have you. So keep them down to like one question or just one situation you got going on, and then from there I'm going to consult my oracle deck. My new, if I'm not mistaken, because I hadn't opened it yet, I think my new edited oracle deck is in. I said I was going to sell one, but somebody had already bought it. But I still want you all to get a look at it. I haven't even gotten it finished as far as the actual manual. I got to get it ready to help them to interpret. I will be working on that, but they've already bought it. But guess what? I get one, and the other one is going to be a giveaway. You ready? Who's ever in the live stream? Who the first one, if I said press 6 or press 8 or press 9 or whatever, it's yours. How about that? Hey, Pamela, how you doing? Thank you. Intuitively in Sync says, thank you so much for still posting. I have learned so much from you in regards to my ancestral magic. Well, thank you for acknowledging that. There are a lot of people who've been benefiting from me, and they refuse to acknowledge instead of, seeing the good things that I've done. All they can see is the bad. My thing is, people need to understand that we all are human, okay? So it's going to be a lot of things about each other that we may not like, but let's focus on those things that we are benefiting from, okay? Let's just don't worry about the personality conflicts. I don't like the way you do this. I don't like the way you do that. Let's just concentrate on I can take this and utilize it on my journey, okay? So that I can have a successful life, that nothing else matters. Doesn't matter that, oh, I don't like the way her dreadlocks look. Oh, I don't like the way her face look. Oh, she's too tall. Oh, she's a humpback. Oh, she's too this. Oh, she too that. Who cares? Those are distractions. Your distractions, not mine. Focus on the content. Focus on the content. This is a human being over here, okay? This is a human being. I'm human, but at the same time, some parts of me are not necessarily human, okay? I can say I am not 100% human. Now, y'all led me to talking about something else. I am not 100% human. And I can't stay too long. Let me see what time it is because I got to get to the post office. Okay, it's 2:52. I need to be getting my clothes on. I am not 100% human. A part of me is from Self-sufficiency. Okay? They don't consider themselves 100% human. I am from Self-sufficiency. And I know y'all going to be like, this is the crazy part of the video. Well, focus on the part of the video that you can take on your journey. And you can go ahead and cut the video off and go on and find something better to do. You know what I'm saying? Why waste your time? Why waste your time on things that are not vibing with you? I thought there was another blessing coming. Ooh, let me make sure. Did I put this here? Let me make sure I put this in here because I'm going to the bind. But yeah. You can go ahead and cut it off. So and on Zeth Zordon, we don't live on a planet. We live on an asteroid, and the asteroid is actually larger than Earth. That's what they said. It's larger than Earth. But when I go back to Zeth Zordon, I have to face some jail time, so I'm a fugitive. Do y'all hear me? I know y'all saying this is real crazy. Yes, I'm telling the truth. I'm a fugitive from that particular star system. I'm a fugitive. That I got a lot of different realms that I come from, but for that one in particular, Mama's trying to escape Zord. That's why I did the video time jump to the year 2029. I'm going to have to time jump to the year 2029 to avoid being what's the word, captured. Everybody leaving now. Anybody want me to talk on another video more extensively about self-absorption? Press 1. Or on another video, not today. So true, Mama. I always want your truth. Okay, brown sugar wants me too. So I am on this channel. I'm going to talk about Zelzortin. And if you all want to ask questions about Zelzortin, feel free to. Zelzortin looks just like planet Earth. Exactly like it. They have a matrix system, and it's but the people are different. They still look like humans, but they slightly look different than we do. Long time ago, I talked about this 2016 exactly how it looks. These individuals there are black people too, but I had most of my interactions with the people going fishing. Y'all hear that? Uh-huh. They take their little boats down there to the river. I'm going to the river. Y'all mama fell in a river boat in Alabama River. Y'all don't even know that. Mama fell in the Alabama River. Do you hear me? So did. So I ain't getting on nobody else's boat but my own. I want to get me a boat. I want to get a boat so I can go fishing. Yeah, but Zeph Zordon. Let's talk about Zeph Zordon. Just briefly. Oh yeah, I didn't overstay my time. 56 minutes. Zeph Zordon has a lot of sunlight. The sun is out 24/7. It never goes in. Okay. When night does approach, it's like our skies are dark, like almost black. You know what I'm saying? If we have like a haze of clouds over it, it may have more of a like a ultramarine blue. But there's still light on the ground, but the sky has a yellow hue because the sun is still affecting the planet in some type of way. If it's a sun, I don't know exactly like what it is, but you would know that you're not on planet Earth when you see that hue in the sky at nighttime. So, so they have lots of blinds like, dark blinds and stuff over the windows and stuff to protect themselves from the sunlight. These are Caucasian people on Zeth Jordan that I've had. Now, there were black people too, because sometimes, and I know y'all gonna sound crazy, there's this black lady that I go to this, it looks like an Asian restaurant, but I can't say it's an Asian restaurant. But I go over there with her when she gets off work. Now I know this is crazy. It do sound crazy, don't it? Man, it's some crazy, but at least I know it sounds crazy because some people will talk about some things that are bizarre and they sound unscathed to know that the audience know it sounds like something that's coming out of a sci-fi. This is why I write amazing sci-fi stories. I'm still writing my book. They're going to be very short though, not going to be long books. But I usually go over there when she gets off work. She's a nurse, so she has her scrubs on. She has these navy blue scrubs on. We go and we eat. But all the other people that have an issue with me that is waiting my arrest, these are Caucasian people because they say I'm an escapee from a mental institution. No, I'm just teasing. But it is a hospital that is awaiting my arrival on the sorted. Catch me if you can. So I like to taunt at them and everything. But yes, I'm just playing about a mental institution. I just had to throw that in to get some laughs. No, but no, they want to actually jail me. They want to jail me because they said that I violated time on their realm, that I have caused some time issues on Zeth Zordon. But I say, hey, I'm from Zeth Zordon, but I'm actually not a product of Zeth Zordon. It's just a place that I continue to go to for some reason. And then when they say when I go there, I'm interrupting and interfering with time. Y'all, I could just tell y'all about Oh man, it's some of these ram. Oh my god, I need to talk to y'all about some of these ram. But I'm so tired of them writing books on my content. I'm sick and tired of movie industries and stuff creating movies about what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I started talking about nun. Then I have a nun that guards my escape that I actually went to school, and she was my teacher. Her name was Sister. I'm gonna tell y'all, Sister. No. I can't tell you. They tell you that, but she's always there to protect me from the father that has actually christened me and given me sacrament from. Because I grew up as a Catholic. For a good little while of my youth, and went to a Catholic school. And he told me he owned me, so she has to protect me from him, even though she wasn't that nice to me neither when I was in school. Her duty is to protect me, and she's done so many of times from this father. Okay. They were Caucasian nuns were there. Okay, y'all might want to know what the school's names was. If I would tell you, but the problem is I have these people who are haters that will actually call these Catholic schools. Y'all, there's a lot I can't even talk about. But and Zeth Zorton, most of the people, the superiors, are Caucasian people. I know y'all saying, duh, but they are. They're it's no different from here. Um, there's a night crew and a day crew that watch me on Zeth Sword. One of the ladies she's on the daytime crew. She's a heavyset Caucasian lady with blue eyes. Her eyes are blue. All of my eyes are blue. They look more like Aryans, of the Palladian people. Somebody told me those are Palladians that I'm dealing with over there. And her eyes are smoggy, smoky blue. There is no whites to her eyes. Her eyes are not, no, there's no whites. Um, she is dirty blonde hair. All of their hair is blonde. All y'all. I'm just telling y'all, man, and I can't make this up. Why would I make up a superior white race with you see what I'm saying? There's no reason to make for me to try to exalt them, but to tell you this is what is going on. Palladians are not my friends. They may be y'all's friends, but they uphold a position to do what they do to protect whatever they got going on. They're favored by a race of protective spirits and forces. But there are a lot of different races of beings, because I've also been to a race of beings of the melanoids. There's one in particular, you would probably say he's an African man that is the engineer of my body, that was very angry because there was a reset done to my body, some type of transfusion from Zeth Zordon. He was angry about it, we have these engineers, and a lot of y'all connected, and some of you not. Some of you connected that dare talk about it, because people will not see you the same. They'll say, oh, that's the crazy lady. And I don't blame you. I have to just come out here. But what I've done is I've taught a lot of people how to embrace being uniquely themselves. Being an Aquarius, that's what we do. And you got to realize Aquariuses are not 100% human. We're the rarest of the zodiac sign. There are not many Aquarius here. You got a lot of other signs that have an abundance of people within it, but not an Aquarius. We can see forces and see beyond things that most humans can. So we're not Aquariuses are not 100% human, y'all. So they're all blonde headed. And they did have some like 3rd-degree burns on their skin from the intense sunlight. So these particular Caucasians was accusing me of bringing to their realm of existence this intensity of solar energy, and I am wanted for that. I was admonished by The daytime crew lady, the heavy set one, she had this was a Caucasian man standing behind her. They were dressed in white, like scrubs, and she said, "I'm afraid we will have to erase your memory." Not erase my memory, erase my travels and stuff. Only the erasing my memory from their realm. So I won't remember their realm. But I'm here to tell you, Zeph Zordon, you cannot run. I'm here now, boasting. You got it coming for you. You think you can mess with me? You know what you? I ain't scared of you. You should be scared of me. Y'all saying what the hell? But yeah, these. I'm an active traveler. Okay, I'm a spirit traveler, a soul traveler. Some of us have that ability, and people who don't have the ability cannot relate. And this is the issue here. We have a lot of people who can't relate to this because it hadn't happened to them. And they should be finding something better to do if they have an issue with it. Now, some people want to know about it. They want to write a book. They may want to make a movie out of it. And some people just want to know, the possibilities of what else is going on out there that they don't know of. Okay. Sometimes some people find it intriguing. Some people are just like me. You understand? And they travel and they want to connect with people who got the same abilities. People laugh at us time travelers. They think we are a joke. They think we are funny, you know? But when they have their aha moment, they want sympathy. So the daytime crew erased my memory of their realm. But I still travel and remember other realms, but not theirs in particular. Then there's a nighttime crew. That nighttime crew lady, she was tall, she was thin, and she even had the nerves to start coming over here to my house while I'm sleeping. I had to tell her, sister girl, you gotta get out of here. You're not welcome in here. She's tall, thin, white lady. And she had short blonde hair, but it was spiky, like short. It was about an inch or two long. And she had it like she might have put some gels in it so it can stand up straight or something. Reminds me of how those hairstyles in the 80s and stuff. And her eyes were not blue. Her eyes were like this, like yellow amber, very distinctive, and the eyes looked different. They're like she had whites in her eyes, but they like kind of popped out a little bit. And she was the first one I encountered, and she was questioning me about why I was there, and told me to stop coming back and forth. Or I'll be dead by the weekend. This was 2016, and she I kept asking her, where's this place, where's this place, and she said it was I told her I was from Earth, and she didn't know what that was. I said, I'm from Earth. Now they speak English now. So English is a universal language, a multi-dimensional language. English is uh amongst them. So I said, I'm from Earth. I live on a planet. I live on a planet. And then I drew it. I said, it's a circle. It's a circle. It's round, and I live on it. And she finally said, oh, well, we live on a quadrant. We live on a quadrant. And I was like, what the hell is a motherfucking quadrant? You know what I'm saying? And then I went on to discover that it could be an asteroid that they're living on, but they call it a quadrant. I be learning some stuff, y'all, when I be traveling. And I be trying to find it on the internet, and I can't find it. That's just like I went traveling the other day to another realm, and I was trying not to get caught in these folks' house. And because sometimes I just go through people homes and stuff like that, and it's not like on this physical level I would not want to do that, but when I am asleep, I come out of my body and go to these places, so it works different. So whereas you can say stop going in folks' house, I agree, I don't want to go in folks' houses, but my soul travels. I have no um I have no control over it. So I was in that man's house. So I said, "Ooh, let me hurry up and get out," because a woman was in there, and it was like it was some cinder blocks stacked up against the house and glued together to create a fountain, a pool of water. And there was a contraption with a conveyor belt on it, some type of belt. It wasn't on, but there was water in it. And so I was telling my son about it. He said, "Oh, that is something like homemade contraption or something, how they carry water into their houses." Here, our water comes through our water company into pipes underground and comes into your house because they have pipes built there. There is a little bit different. It's like maybe they pour water into that little pool. It's a little pool. And they pour water in it. And when they want to get water into the house, they turn the pump on and the belts come on and turn and send water into the house. Now, y'all know I can't make no shit up like that. When I be telling people about the shit I see when I'm going on these travels, people be thinking I'm sitting down making this shit up. I done came back with stuff in my hands. You know what I'm saying? I had a seed in my hand that looked like the size of a, and they'll take them from you. They'll take them from you. I had a seed in my hand that looked like a butter bean, but it had a wing on it. A wing that, like, so this place don't have wings, so the seeds have to actually fly to their destination. It had wings on it. So I said, I'm going to plant, every time I say I'm going to plant these things, they're gone. I have had seeds to drop off of my body from going to these places, and I've collected them and put them in jars. And then when I go back in there, the whole jar is gone. They remove them. So they will come over if you take something from these places and take them back. There's something that governs those. I have brought star jelly back, what they call star jelly. Astral dew sometimes is on me. I'll collect it. I got a chance, kept one of them. I still got it. But one of them was just at the foot of the bed. It was a big ball of glob, and it had tiny little seedlings inside of it. You understand? So I took it and I said, let me put this on my bathroom countertop, and then I'm going to preserve it, freeze it or something. Baby, I came back. They came and got that shit. Do you hear me? I went to one ram, and they had German Shepherd dogs guarding the not a garden now, but guarding. Okay, not gardening. So that I wouldn't get over there. Okay, I've come up out of the sea to see guards standing over the borders, trying to prevent me from going over there. Why the hell I keep going over there? I got to ask my maker. But yeah, those melanoids and stuff are very powerful too. The melanoid side does not look like the Palladian side. The Palladian side to me, it's similar to this. They got this matrix thing, but the Palladians look more primitive, more like what you would see in a third world country or something. So whereas the Palladians may pride themselves on technology, these melanoids pride themselves on supernatural abilities, the ability to do things like telepathically, telekinesis, and things of that nature. But that African, I call him an African doctor. He was very angry when he saw how they tried to rearrange my DNA. And there was this round-faced melanoid lady with very black skin with looked like a nursing hat on her head that wasn't saying anything. She was just charting and documenting everything. But he was like, "Who did this to you? Who did this to you?" He was really angry. And then he just blacked out. I don't know. Like it was like they was trying to go in there and reset and rearrange. Now I've been back to Zeth Zordon again a few months ago, and what they did is they call themselves, getting me to my, oh, you're on the brink of death. We need to go in and give you a transfusion. We need to do this now. And I blacked out and they did something to me. So I got all of these different people working on my body. For Pete's sake, what is the fuck going on here? What the fuck do y'all want? and it's only one lady that I could talk to that has that same issue too. She said, "Mama, them your engineers. Those are your engineers that work on you." I said, "But why me? Why?" Nobody else in here had this going on, man. When you do anybody else travel? Anybody else a soul travel, spirit travel, travel that comes out of your body and stuff? And my travels are always in the daytime. It's like so I get up around 10, sometime 11 o'clock. So these travels will occur right around 6, 7, and 8 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? But at the most time when the sun is out, that is when I'm doing my travel. Not the sun necessarily out. It may be a cloudy day, but it's a daytime thing in between those hours. Anybody else do traveling? Nobody else do a soul travel. Hey, Cosmic Stylist. Oh, she said, you are spoiling us with these daily videos. Keep them coming. Okay. Anybody else that do time traveling? Doris says, I have astral travel. I can't freely say it because I'm also called crazy. I got you. You talk me talking about these things, but a lot of what I did since I've been here since 2008, I've kind of made people feel more accepting about being able to express their truths. This is when women, African American women, started coming out, becoming comfortable with saying, "Hey, look, I'm a witch," because back in the day, you couldn't even say that. I'm hoping now on my journey that I can make it comfortable for people to come out and say, "Hey, look, I've astral traveled to these places." Caucasian people can feel very comfortable doing it, but it's a lot of things that we as African Americans are being admonished to do, to openly admit that you're into hoodoo and all of these other magi type practices and stuff like that. It's still very difficult to do so. So, my new change, my new journey here on social media for as long as I can be here. They may just decide to take me off anytime. Hey, she got to go. I want to make it comfortable for us to be able to talk about what we go through on a supernatural level, things that may be bizarre to a lot of people. You can be able to, um, excuse me, form groups and talk about it. We're missing out on a lot of stuff because we can't, you know, collab with one another about this for fear of being ostracized. And ostracization, and that may be a word I made up, means nothing to me because it fits me. Everybody can see I'm an eccentric person. So, an eccentric person, we can get away with anything. We can say whatever. Nobody necessarily questions it. But some people may look like they're just normal, ordinary people, and they still have the same experiences I have, and they're not allowed to talk about it because they will lose their friends, maybe lose some families, maybe lose their job. See, I don't have to worry about that because my daughters, they know I'm an eccentric person. My daughter King, she said, "Mama, you look so eccentric." Because I was walking around with my bird in a cage, just walking around. And to me, that's normal. To them, it's not. See, so as eccentric people, we may not quite know. Eccentric people don't quite know whether or not something is acceptable in society, fashion wise, or some of the things we do. I don't know it. I'll just go where I need to go with my little. I got a little travel bird cage that I take my bird with me, and it's not that I don't care. It's just that I don't see anything wrong with it. Oh, well, I mean, like, what's wrong with that? I just have a bird in a cage. I mean, I can't bring it in the restaurant. Okay, I will not bring this bird cage in a restaurant, but I prefer for my bird to be here with me when I go to the restaurant. There have been time I have taken Getty with me to a restaurant. I did a live stream and I let everybody see me and Getty go to the restaurant, so I won't have to be in there by myself. And I will actually ask for a glass of water for Getty. You know what I'm saying? If I go to a buffet, I'm gonna fix him a plate too. There's been times I have taken my ancestors with me, my spirits, because they go everywhere I go. And I'll ask for a plate for them. I pay for a meal for them. And you know, I'm not laughing at myself. I'm laughing from a perspective of how you all would see it. So I will ask for, if I'm by myself with my spirits, I'll ask for a extra meal, okay, for them. So the lady will come up to the table and ask me what I want to drink. And I'll tell her what I want to drink. And and I said, hey, look, get them a glass too. They want a Coca-Cola. And she said, okay, they don't question me about it. They bring a Coke. So I'm over here drinking what I'm drinking, and they got their drink over there, and I'll tell them what I'll have. I'll have the creamy mushroom chicken, and they will have the steak. Okay, ma'am. They get it, and it sits on the table, and I bring it on home. Yeah, can I have a doggy bag, please? Simple as that. What's wrong with that? Hey, Lolita. Okay, Lolita said, I have traveled, but I've never known the name of the planet I'm in. That doll, she started back, she had stopped. She's old. She's going on 3 years old. The doll that laughs, she started back because Mr. Willie made, because she had stopped. And I'm like, well, she's a very strange doll. The reason why I got her, because you're supposed to hold her hand, and then she's supposed to laugh and talk or what have you. But I got her because when I walked up by the shelf, didn't touch anything, she just started laughing. The other dolls were quiet. She in there now, laughing, talking. And so I said, I'm going to take you home. So I took her home, and she laughed and she talked like for a whole year. And then she stopped. And I said she stopped because I told Will her battery is gone down and everything. And so we just left it alone. She hadn't talked for 2020. She didn't talk for 20. Well, her last time she talked was 2020. 2021 she stopped. So we forgot about her over there on the table. So she started back talking again within the last month. She right back talking. And so Miss was like, how long does this battery supposed to last? Forever? He said, how did her batteries go down and now they're generated back up again? So what she does, anytime a spirit or something around, she'll start laughing, to let us know something is in there. So she's in there laughing now. When Mr. Willie comes home, this has been going on for the last 2 weeks. Every time he come home and go inside the room in there, she's so happy. She just start laughing. She don't do that when I come. She only does it when he comes in that room. I said, uh-huh. You're another one of them old hoes, ain't it? Love men, don't you? Oh, hi, girl. Okay. Oh, Doris, right. You were there. So one of my ride or dies. Been here with me for a long time. Doris. I'm sorry. Dorsey. I misspell your name. Hey, Chris, where you been? Thank you for moderating. Okay, our moderator said hit that thumbs up. Y'all, could y'all please get that thumbs up? Because I've been here. I overstayed my stay. um, she said, I remember when you got that doll from Walmart. So money. Yeah, she's still in that room. She's still in that room. You got a point, Lolita. She said, LOL. She said exactly what I was thinking. That doll is after your man. Okay. I'm about to go in there and talk to her, honey. I mean, just don't show me no love. Soon as he get in the door, I'm like, look at her greeting you. She just be in there talking. I'm serious, y'all. When he be in that little man cave room, she just be laughing and talking to him. When I come in there, the helper want to shut up. I'm gonna have to do something about that girl. Okay, y'all, I better go and leave. It's been nice. I think anybody got questions before I leave? Hey, Pamela. Hey, Brown Sugar. Anybody got any questions? And I'm going to dip. Okay, I guess that's it. If you want to watch this video again, go ahead and save it now so it won't get lost in the sauce. Okay, and I'm going to go and be out. I got a website with some wonderful products on it. Check it out. If you have not filled out the submission form, go ahead and do it now because I do put my videos there and I do blog. I'm going to do some serious blog. I promise y'all. And bye-bye. I'm out.